Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex. Today we were at Brendan Theaters watching Us. This was one of my most hotly anticipated films this year, being stacked up against things like Avengers Endgame, Star Wars Episode 9, all these huge releases, and Us being a sophomore attempt at a horror film from Jordan Peele still had that oomph for me. We don't like to dig in too much about what the trailers are like, but that first trailer, it really just hooked me. The way that it used the music, the way that it kind of created this really creepy atmosphere around something that I really enjoy as a concept, being doppelgangers. I feel like the movie delivered in every single degree. This is definitely one you're gonna wanna watch immediately. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. It was a little bit of a slow burner. It definitely had its tension building on point. There wasn't a moment where I didn't feel like I was gonna pop out of my skin. Aside from the moments where they brought in some comedic timing for a little bit of levity, those moments were also very funny. I felt like they all landed. I felt like they all worked really well. The details just shine through in this movie. There's so many little tiny pieces that you can pick up on, things that get duplicated throughout the story. And I feel like it has as a concept, something like doppelgangers, having that type of detail is just incredible. The visual style and the way that they used color, the way that they used nature, the way that they chose to create their setting and build this as something that could potentially happen was just, it was, like I said, it was so visceral and so real, and it just had this really great quality about it. While it doesn't have those pound for pound huge jump scares, which a lot of people feel are played out when it comes to horror movies, it, like I said, did have that tension, it had that suspense, and it had that really psychological terror. And it's not the stuff that's gonna give you nightmares tonight, but the stuff that might mess with the way that you think about something 2-3 weeks from now. I feel like Jordan Peele is continuing to knock it out of the park. I'm really, really excited to see what he does with the Twilight Zone remake. The acting performances in this were stellar. There were so many moments, like I said, that jumped quickly between moments of levity and moments of pure terror and moments of just like sadness. There were a few moments where I got choked up in the theater, just based on the way that the story was told. There was just so many pieces that make this whole so great. Like I said, I love this film. It's gonna be an early contender for one of my favorites of the year. I wanna see it again. If I could have seen it again right after we got out, I would have sat down and I would have watched it a second time. Overall, you can tell by the way that I'm talking about this movie, like I said, I would give this a 10 out of 10 easily, no consideration. The music, the cinematography, the way that every shot has a purpose, it just, everything is perfectly in its place, and I don't think I would change a single thing about this movie.
If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We give you multiple videos every single week. And we have t-shirts available if you're interested in those as well. Those are available down in the description below. We hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.